Okay, y'all. Welcome back to the James King in the Morning Show. My lovely co-host today, the lovely Sparkle Earl from the Sparkle World Show. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's your girl Sparkle Earl from Sparkle's World and Vibe 609. Thank you for having me as a
Always a
co-host
pleasure.
guest.
Yes, ma'am. Now, y'all hold on for one moment as we connect the other feeds.
Oh, oh, yeah. Hold on.
Okay, everybody. Once again, welcome back to the James King Morning Show. My lovely co-host today, the lovely Sparkle Earl from the Sparkle World Show on Vibe609.com.
Hey, it's your girl Sparkle Earl with Sparkle's World and Vibe 609. James Kane Show, morning show.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, I
Yes.
just want to thank you so much for having me as a guest host.
That's
This
right.
has been fun.
And we rocking into the afternoon. You know what I mean? That's how we do it. We got to do what we do. Now, today, see, in between the break, Sparkle made it known to me that she was treated horribly at the Atlantic City Medical Center. You know what I mean? And it was shocking what she was telling me. So I said, it's only right she share it with the people because I'm pretty sure others can relate to her story and maybe others have been through this same situation. So, Sparkle, let them know.
All right. Well, first off, I broke my toe. I did that a week ago today.
Yes.
Okay. I wrapped. Now this is the third time that I've had a broken toe. Thank goodness it's never the same toe. But I do know that with a broken toe, they can't put a splint on it, so
Right.
they have to wrap it with tape it together with another toe. All right. Now this is my long toe next to the big toe that I
Yes.
broke.
Yes.
Long story short, I go to Atlantic City Medical Center. Okay, now the girl Sparkle Earl has her toe ring on. Well, of course, I can't get the toe ring off because my toe is broken and it's swollen.
Right.
So they get in there and they put the lube on and they get the toe ring off. Okay, now they peel me off the ceiling because, needless to say, them taking this ring off with my broken toe. No, they told me I had a choice. They could cut it off.
Right.
I got this ring from Cozumel, Mexico, and it's a keepsake for me. So let's try with the lube. All right, so they finally get it off, but needless to say, my toe was throbbing. Now I went to the medical center because my toe was only getting worse. The pain was getting worse.
Right, right.
Okay, so now, like I said, I hit the ceiling. They had to peel me off. All right, they take me into x-rays, all right? And the gentleman that was wheeling me in the wheelchair down to x-rays said to me, uh-oh, we just had a trauma come in. You better hope that they finish with you before the trauma comes in because then you're going to have to wait, all right? So the x-ray technician, he takes me in, he puts me on the table. Now, when they're taking x-rays of your toes, they kind of have to twist it different ways for different shots so they can see where the fraction is. Fraction, broken toe. All right. So now the guy tells me he's going to take 3 pictures of my toe. All right. He's on the second one. All right. And all of a sudden, this nurse is walking by the door and she sees him and she goes, "Did you hear? We have a trauma victim." Right? And he goes, "No, I didn't hear." She goes, "Yeah, it's a 0." So I guess with their lingo, 0 means the highest form because this whoever it was helicoptered in. So and just the fact that it was a trauma, it's really bad. Long story short, they're chatting and she's telling him, "Yeah, it's a 0. Yeah, well, they're gonna." So as they're talking, I said to her, "Excuse me, can you please let him finish the job?" So this girl is gonna snap out on me talking about, wait, she does the head and all right? And she goes, well, it's a trauma and he has to know. So I said, yes, it's a trauma and he doesn't know. So that means if he finishes with me, then he'll be freed up to help if he needs to. I said,
Right.
but he's almost done with me. I don't want the fact that you're now talking, taking up the time to affect the fact that he's going to finish me.
Right.
Not to mention, I said, I'm in a lot of pain. He has my toe twisted on a natural way, and this is very painful. It's a broken toe. And for anyone who's ever stubbed their toe, if you think that was bad, try breaking it. Okay. So, anyway, so she starts getting nasty with me. So I said, "Excuse me, ma'am." I said, "But I'm in a lot of pain and you're talking to him, taking time away from me." She goes like this. I said, "Are you giving me the hand?" She said, "Yes, I am." I said, "Well, you know what? I'm in a lot of pain. And right now, if I whoop your ass, that would justify it. So I suggest you get out of here. I'm the patient." Yes, I did. Yes, I did. The pain would have justified it. Really? You going to give me the hand? You're supposed to be a professional. The customer is always right. Well, has never had less meaning, number one. And number two, now that we got number 45 in office, okay, people think they can talk to you any way they want. And I'm here to tell you, no, you can't. Okay, you will treat me with respect.
That's right.
All right. So now the doctor or excuse me,
I must interrupt for one moment.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now listen, audience. Sparkle actually has some video footage of this incident, and we want to know: do you want to see it? Y'all can let that digest for a little while. We're gonna be watching.
And if there's any lawyers in the house,
if you wanna add in on the conversation, either hit the comment box or call us at 609-594-2724. I'm gonna let her continue where she was. Let me just do my drive by real fast. Big shout out to Young Leroy, Ismail Coles, Tiger Prince, Kenny Gilliard, Tanae Long, Eleanor Brown, Jefferson De Armas, Ariel Centino, and Ko Centu Gogoy. Okay. Sparky, can you please continue where you left off?
Yeah, shout out to everyone shouting to us. So, excuse me. Okay. So now, she finally leaves the room after upsetting me, and my toe is throbbing. So the technician finishes the X-rays. They wheeled me back into the room. Right. Now I knew as soon as I got wheeled into the room, they were going to let me sit there for hours. Okay. So I'm sitting there. All right. So now I say to them, "I'll be right back," because I know their game. They stick together, but you're not going to have me just sitting there. So I go outside and I smoke a cigarette. Now, when I smoke, I take 2-3 puffs. You see how I smoke. I take 2 or 3 puffs and I put it out. So I took my 2 or 3 puffs, calm my nerves, calm the throbbing from my toe. Okay. I go back. So now I'm sitting there, 45 minutes goes by. Okay. So now I say to them, I have my stuff and I'm ready to go, because you know what? Y'all not going to keep me here for some vindictive reasons. Okay. So the guy goes, "Oh, I'm writing up your prescriptions now." He goes, "And then I'll come wrap your toe." So I said, "Oh, okay." So I go back into the they had me in the room with the curtains closed or whatever. Cubicle. Okay. So I'm there. All of a sudden, this guy comes in. Okay, I guess the orderly or whatever. And he's on his knees and he's starting to wrap my foot. Now, number one, my foot should have been elevated where he can see what he was doing, where he could take the toes apart. Again, I told you, this is the 3rd time I've had a broken toe. I know the routine. Right. All right, so now they usually have a little silver stool that they can sit on, and then they'll put if that's the case, they'll put your foot on their knee. But either way, they need to see what they're doing. So I said to him, I said, "Why are you on your knees doing this?" So he says, "This is how I'm doing it." So I proceed to take out my cell phone and I proceed to tape. So I said, "Hey, it's your girl Sparkle Earl with WBTVN and Vibe 609. I said, "I'm at the Atlantic City Medical Center and I'm getting my broken foot taped." All of a sudden, he looks up and he goes, "I don't appreciate you taping me. I don't want to be taped." Right? So I said, "Well, I don't appreciate you not being professional. Right. You're on your knees. You don't have it right. You just treat me any old kind of which way." Next thing you know, my boy rips off. Now he had a gauze pad. He had a piece of gauze first, and then he started taping the two toes together. They tape them together so it could be supportive for the broken toe.
Right.
Well, he had wrapped it about twice. Next thing you know, he saw that I was taping him. Next thing you know, he said, I refuse to be taped. And he rips off my toe, what he had already done. Now, when you have a broken toe, everything is done gingerly because it's so delicate, it's so fragile, it's hurt, you know. Well, he rips it off. So I was like, no, you didn't just rip off that thing like that on my broken toe.
Very disrespectful.
Well, thank you. Okay. Well, I don't want to be taped. So then he goes out in the hallway and he goes, I'm not gonna treat her. She's taping me. So now I go out with my cell phone. I still had the tape running. And one of the nurses says, you can't tape. It's illegal to tape in a hospital. I didn't see any signs that said I couldn't tape. So I said, oh, well, I didn't know that. All right. I said, well, can someone please come into, my room and professionally treat me? So now another doctor comes in, or orderly. They weren't doctors. They were, I guess, the assistants or, the step below a doctor or whatever. All right. So he squats. Okay, and my foot is flat on the ground, and this is how they're wrapping my toe. Okay, so I said, you too. I said, what is this with you squatting to fix my toe? He goes, oh, you'd be surprised how many things I squat for, how many things I'm on my knees for here, right? So I said, so now he's ready to tape, and I said, well, what about the piece of gauze? He goes to me, oh, you want a piece of gauze? I said, I want whatever it is I'm supposed to have. You're the professional. So my point is, now that we're in Trump era, people are really feeling froggy. And see, your girl Sparkle Earl is one that leaps. So I have to really contain myself when I'm feeling disrespected or mistreated. I'm a patient. I have a broken toe. Number one, this girl comes in and starts this long, lengthy conversation. I'm in pain, and you're telling about if the man was supposed to know about the trauma, he would have known. Okay, so it was just regular conversation. But when I called her on it, that's when she got funky, talking about, well, he has to know it's the trauma and so on and so forth. And I hope the right people are in our audience, whether it be a lawyer or another doctor, especially someone that works at the Atlantic City Medical Center, to see how I was treated. I'm hoping that they don't treat everyone like that, but I have a feeling when it's brown people, we're getting treated a certain kind of way, and there's no way. My money is green like everyone else's, and that's what they should be looking at, the green, okay? You're in a position where you're supposed to help people. I'm in pain, and the only thing you're worried about is having a conversation with obviously this man that you had a crush on, because she was all in it, and you could tell. And I let them talk for a minute, but wait a minute, I'm in pain, you got my foot twisted, okay? And then I know she told, well, obviously they heard the conversation, okay, or they heard me getting upset and telling her I will whoop her ass. Now, that is not my character. So for me to be pulled out of my character like that, number one, for me to be in the hospital, anyone that knows me, I took myself to the hospital. I have to be damn near dead to go to the hospital, okay? So I had to be in a lot of pain. Then they took off my toe ring, aggravating it even more. Now I have it twisted, and she wants to have a long conversation. Right. They're the employees. They should be understanding, okay? Me as the client or as the patient, give me that leeway. I'm in pain. You're interrupting what was being done, so give me that leeway. Don't. Which right. She gave me the hand. And I'm telling you, y'all. Look, Anyway, so I did apologize for coming out of my face that way. However, now from that, they not only had me waiting. It takes all of 5 minutes to wrap the toe, give me my boot, and go. Oh, and this is the best part. Okay, so now the other guy insists on kneeling, and he wraps the toe the same way. If I could tell you how sloppy this was done, okay, I had to tell him, what about the gauze? Oh, you want gauze? I'm like, you're the doctor. I want whatever it is I'm supposed to have. I said, but it just so happens the other guy was going to put the gauze in, so that's why I know about the gauze. It's been years ago that I broke my toe, so I don't remember everything, you know. All right. So, all right. Well, get her some gauze. All right. So now a nurse comes in and she has her hands on her hips and she's standing there, right? So I put my hands on my hips. So she says to me, "Are you mocking me?" So I said, "Yes, I am." So she gets all flustered, you know. I said, "Well, why are you standing there in such a defense mode? Your hands on your hip, body language means that's defensive. Okay, that's you not being friendly. That's you on guard. So if you're gonna be on guard, I'm a girl from the Bronx. Okay, I'm gonna be on guard too. Okay,
That's right.
So okay, and I guess when she said, "Are you mocking me?" I was supposed to say, "Oh no, yes I am." Yeah, right. So okay, so she so so now the one guy comes in with a boot. Now, sisters, we know when we wear size 10, if we see a little boot like this, which looks like a 5 or 6, we know our size 10 is not going to fit in that tiny boot. So as soon as they came through the door with this little boot for my foot, I told him, I said, "Listen, that's going to be too small. I wear a size 10. Well, we only have small and then men's. All right, then give me a man's small or medium. Well, we'll see what we have." So the nurse that had her hands on her hips, she goes, "Well, let me go in the back and help you find the boot."
Right.
Okay. So she goes, "Oh, I'm going to go to the front desk." So I said, "Well, I thought you was going to go help him find the boot." So she goes, "Well, there's no one else out front here." I said, "Listen, you're the one that said it, not me. You said you was going to help him with the boot. I'm just calling you on what you said." So needless to say, the whole thing was aggravating. And I know I didn't make it any better because I was how I was, which was in pain and feeding into it. And the Bronx came out. What can I say?
I mean, when you're going through excruciating pain, you know, that's when freedom of speech really kick in.
Right.
And because you're going through extreme pain.
Okay.
That's almost like temporary insanity. You know what I mean?
Bingo, for real, because I did lose my mind, but you better be glad I didn't lose everything because that's how I was really feeling. Seriously, you know.
That's what pain makes you feel.
But
after the pain subsided, you see, she came back to, herself and corrected her error.
Yeah, I was trying
and
to
apologized, and cleared it up.
Yeah.
A lot of people should also learn to do that too. Because we all, sometimes we all get stuck in the mouth sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's actually justifiable. But when we hold ourselves up in such a way, we gotta be the bigger person in a lot of cases where most wouldn't. So I commend you on that.
Thank you, because it was hard. Well, it wasn't hard. I'm one that can apologize with no problem.
Right.
I apologize for feeding into or letting someone put me in that place.
Right. But at the same time, that doesn't in no kind of way put water under the bridge for being treated in such a disrespectful way. That was very disrespectful. It is not to be tolerated. If there are lawyers or anybody out there that want to talk to Scarborough, call 609-594-2724. That's 5609. And
5609.
we will put you in direct contact with her.
Okay, and here's the best part. Okay, viewing audience. This morning when I went to put the boot on, they didn't. This distinguishes if it's a left-footed boot or a right-footed boot.
Okay.
This pad, okay, they didn't even they didn't even put it into the boot for me. They just gave me the boot and okay. They didn't even put it in, and they gave me this man's boot, which I've almost twisted my ankle a couple of times because it's too big. Now, you tell me that a whole medical trauma center doesn't have a female boot, they were being mean and vindictive. Okay, so if your girl Sparkle Earl twists her ankle, which I've almost done a couple of times with this big man's boot, okay, we're gonna have a problem.
Hey yo, I got this for sale. We got the first caller up. You get the 50% discount. We'll give it to you for $200.
Okay, but as long as we split it, you can sell it.
Yeah. And then you can hang it up. Because this was a part of a big time class action lawsuit that's about to be filed. The big lawyer don't even realize it yet. He's just noticing it. Like, oh yeah, we gotta get money. Then we're gonna put this up. We're gonna put this up on eBay.
Yeah.
But that's just making light. But I'm not playing. That is bad. Bad, unjustifiable behavior. Yeah. No one should tolerate it. Yeah. And always know a lot of things change. Hey, hold up, y'all. We got somebody in Florida calling. Hold on.
All right.
Hello?
You're on the air.
Hello? Hello? Oh, man.
They hung up. Don't be afraid. Call in and give us your views. Has this happened to you at one point? You know we can tell, we can sense.
I'm calling him back.
Is incorrect. Please check the number or code.
Can you believe that? A number that just called me, I called it right back, and it said that this number is incorrect. Please check the number and try again.
That was a telephone solicitor.
Wow.
Those are the only ones that do that, right? When you call them back, you can't get through.
Yeah, they trying to get me, yo.
Okay.
What
do you owe for? Yeah.
They trying to give me
a new credit card.
Type of something into my account. I know like 8 sisters they got like that.
Yeah, look, you have to be very careful.
I'm trying to get them live and direct on the James King in the morning show. You know what I'm saying? And see what they talking about, so we know what type of calls to scrutinize.
Okay.
All right, another big shout out to Angelo Lino, Thomas Hall, and Don Williams. Wow, that thing just jumped down real fast. Sherman Sessoms, Underdog Entertainment, Angela Burton, Deborah Hertzberg, Ivy Mushasha, Bosco Agui. What up? What y'all think about the sister being disrespected like that?
And has that ever happened to you?
What do you think she should do?
Grin and bear it, or should I follow up on it? Because you know what? They get away with stuff like that because we let them. We don't bring it to the attention. Well, we have a viewing audience now. So you call Atlantic City Medical and say, we don't like how you treated my girl, Sparkle Earl, a.k.a. Jocelyn.
Okay, Deborah Hertzberg. She says, hi, I've been watching the beautiful send off Celebrate the Queen of Soul.
Oh.
How beautiful.
I know.
Yes. Very, very, very beautiful. Well deserving.
Oh, star-studded, man. I was watching it before I came to the studio here.
Yes.
That's our Queen of Soul.
Yes, she was. And yes, she will always be, you know. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I was still wanting to see if anybody wanted to see the video. I haven't heard anything.
Oh, yeah.
She wants us to follow up with it. We are
okay.
there. In fact, we're going to do something else on it tomorrow after we see how everything continues today. Okay? You know, we're definitely going to do that.
Yeah. Thank you for having, I appreciate everyone's support and those who have my back. And James, thank you for letting me bring this, to light on your show. I really appreciate that.
And what I want to say is to add on to that is thank you for sharing your story. You know what I mean? And I know it takes a lot to share your personal situations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You even shared the fact that you was forced to get out of character. That is special. Not many, especially many people in the limelight that will share such important personal information.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And hopefully that'll make other people wake up and do the same. You know what I mean? And because once the conversation is started, they have to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And then when certain people are around, they're going to have to do something about it.
Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you something. I know their management has no idea that this is how they're treating their patients.
Right.
Okay. And just the fact that guy kind of got the nurse out the way, I could tell that she wasn't supposed to be there. And once she put her hand up and she goes, yes, I am. I said, wait a minute. Are you giving me the hand? And she said, yes, I am. You had to see the eyes of the radiologist. Okay.
Right.
Because he couldn't even believe she said that. I said, well, wait a minute. I'm the client and I'm in pain. And this gives me the license to whoop your ass. And then I had to pull back because you know what? That doesn't get you anywhere either.
Deborah Hertzberg says, love your hair, Miss Sparkle.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Word up.
All righty.
And if anything like this happens to you, you would like to share it with Vibe 609,
Yeah.
email us.
Yeah.
public_relations@vibe609.com. And if you can, make sure you have the name and position of the person, that you're describing.
And I was in so much pain. That's usually what I do. I did not get any names. However, I have a paper trail, and they have everyone who helped me on file. So that's easy to find out. And all they have to do is bring me back there, because trust and believe, I remember faces. And that's the face.
That's right.
Wait, she went like this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, really?
She's like, bye.
Yeah. I was like, you giving me the hand?
Bye, Felicia.
She said, yes, I am. I was like, it's honey crap.
So when she said that, the Sparkle head, no, she didn't.
All right, you want to come into the streets? Benaka, baby, come on, bring it. Okay.
So shout out to them that did that nonsense. Y'all did what y'all did. Now guess what? Everybody know what's going on.
Yeah.
And now for the reason why I say the names and positions for the people watching is because this way we can actually follow up on them particular people. We can call them out. We can challenge them with the information provided, so forth and so on. Do our due diligence and follow through more fully. You know what I mean?
This happened last night, so this is fresh. So you people are now a part of it because you're hearing it fresh.
That's right.
But you know what? If this has happened to you, or anything has happened where you walked away feeling, wait a minute, I was the patient, I was the student, I was the client, I was whatever, and that person's not doing their job, you know what? It's time to hold people accountable.
That's right.
Simple as that.
That's right.
There's no way that man yanked off that piece of tape off my broken toe, and then in the middle of it was just one thing after another. And I was nervous anyway. And I can't swallow pills. I faint at the sight of blood. I can't take needles. So when I went to this hospital for my toe, it was really bad because I just don't go. Right. And I knew I would be there for hours. So who wants to take a trip to the hospital? But I had to.
That's right.
And then this happens.
Supposed to feel safe in the hospital.
Okay.
That's a place of safety.
Or compassion. There was no compassion. We're the ones that are sick, ill, and pain. So they should be used to or trained.
By the way they ripped that thing off her foot, that could have created more damage. And it might have.
Oh, well, I know.
I think you need to get it re-examined somewhere else by a specialist.
I think so.
If a specialist is out there watching the broadcast,
please call what number?
That's right, 609-594-2724. All right, y'all, we dragged this on long enough, but we want to make sure you got the point.
Yes, and thank you for your ear and your care.
That's right. Once again, thank you for tuning in to, at this point in time, James King in the afternoon with my lovely gold Sparkle Earl from the Sparkle World Show.
Okay. You want me to say my call lines? It's girl Sparkle Earl from Sparkle's World and Vibe 609 saying deuces. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Once again, YouTube, we just signed off on the other streams, and we're gonna make it personal with you guys. I like to thank Jocelyn for sharing her story. You know what I mean? Of her bad treatment in a public institution or private, doesn't matter. Bad treatment at an institution that's there to protect and heal and help the people. So I apologize, even though I have nothing to do with it. But someone owes you an apology.
Absolutely, I agree. And thank you for letting me use your venue to bring this to light.
That's right. That's right.
I appreciate you.
I told them before, we are all we got, and that's more than what we need.
All right.
Until next time, like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell so you can be notified of the next episode of the James King in the Morning Show. And sometimes it's going to be in the afternoon. This is just how we do it. BPT, Black People Time.
Thank you for having me. I'm Sparkle Jocelyn Earl, Sparkle's World and Vibe 609. Deuces.
And when you do the deuces, think about that. That's vibe, baby.